And welcome back to Pure Nebraska. Mondays here on the program, we like to put the farm organization called the Alliance for the Future of Agriculture in Nebraska, or AFAN, in the spotlight.
Today, AFAN is connecting us with a pork producer from the Friend area who recently took part in a trip to the Washington, D.C. area to meet with congressional leaders. And so joining us now is Paul Segner from Friend. Thanks for being here today, Paul.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning.
How's everything going in Friend?
Pretty good. A little damp this morning, but that's okay.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Use it, yeah. Well, you recently went to Washington, D.C. What was this trip all about?
Okay, I'm on the State Nebraska Pork Producers Board and in the Pork Leadership Program, and we went to Washington. There was 10 of us, and to visit with our congressmen and representatives about issues in the pork industry. And one of the big issues that we have is trade, and trade is very large with us in exports in the pork industry. 26% of our pork that is produced in the United States goes overseas. And so that is a big market for us. And on a value of $140 pig, $50 of that $140 is tied to the trade. So it's very large in our industry.
So Paul, we have some pictures of the group when you went to Washington, D.C. and you met with Senator Deb Fischer, 3rd District Congressman Adrian Smith, 1st District Congressman Jeff Fortenberry. What did you hear from them? Did you make any headway on your topics?
Most of the Nebraska representatives are in agreement and understand how vital agriculture is and livestock production is to our state. And so back over the Labor Day time frame, President Trump talked about pulling away from the South Korea free trade agreement, and so we got to visit with some of them about that, and some of our representatives made phone calls to him to help let him know how important trade was to Nebraska.
Yeah, how important is it really for you guys to have personal meetings with congressional leaders?
I feel it's very important. I think there's a disconnect, from Washington and a lot of states of agriculture, and for us to be able to be there on Capitol Hill and to visit with them about the issues that are very, very important to us is huge.
Yeah, and again, who organized this trip again this year?
This is Nebraska Pork Producers and the Nebraska Pork Leadership Group that went on this.
Is this something they do every year?
It's a 2-time-a-year event in the spring and the fall. This was my first time ever going on it.
And what did you take away from it personally?
I took away, once again, how far people are getting removed from agriculture in the country, and for us to be able to go there and to be firsthand there and tell them how important it is to the United States and to us on some of these issues.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Paul.